And tech giant Mark Zuckerberg has once again become the talk of the town. Any guesses? Well, it's nothing to do.
People widely talk about this as if that is something that's already been proven. And I think that the bulk of the scientific evidence does not support that.
And this happened during US President Donald Trump's presidential inauguration. Now, the moment has become quite viral and has started a meme fest of its own as expected.
Jeff Bezos' life turned upside down when Mark Zuckerberg's wandering eyes caused trouble at the president's big event. Cameras caught the Facebook boss looking at Lauren Sanchez's flashy outfit, and social media exploded with jokes. Lauren, Bezos' fiancée, grabbed everyone's attention with her bold look, but not in a good way. Priscilla Chan, Zuckerberg's wife, sat right there as people talked about the moment. The drama spread fast online. Tune in to see the shocking fight that put both billionaires in hot water. A viral look takes center stage. Lauren Sanchez, fiancée of Amazon giant Jeff Bezos, certainly didn't shy away from turning heads. Her outfit, a daring lingerie-inspired bustier paired with a figure-hugging white blazer, it screamed boldness and maybe a dash of "catch me if you can," a sharp contrast to the sea of more conservative fashion choices at the event. Meanwhile, sitting right next to Zuckerberg was his wife, Priscilla Chan, rocking an understated cardigan and pearls combo. You've got to appreciate the irony here. But the real twist, a whispered exchange between Bezos and Zuckerberg, secrets brewing in plain sight. This wasn't just any public event. This was the inauguration of the 47th president. A historic moment overshadowed by a fleeting glance and a revealing outfit. Talk about priorities, right? Yet here we are dissecting cleavage and sideways glances instead of speeches and policies. Such is the world we live in. And then there was Bezos. While he wasn't in the frame, you can imagine the Amazon Titan's reaction once the footage surfaced. Seeing your fiancé's outfit and another billionaire's apparent interest in it, awkward to say the least. The man, known for his controlled public image, was probably fuming behind the scenes. Because let's be real, no one likes their partner's name and body trending for all the wrong reasons. Of course, this wasn't just about Sanchez. Zuckerberg's behavior, even if for a split second, added fuel to the fire. The idea of the tech mogul, often portrayed as robotic and socially awkward, getting caught in such a human moment was just too juicy for the internet to ignore. Memes and jokes started flying with captions like, "Even Zuckerberg couldn't resist Jeff's algorithm." Let's talk about the broader implications of this moment. In a world where every move of the ultra-rich is dissected and analyzed, the line between private life and public spectacle continues to blur. For someone like Lauren Sanchez, who's no stranger to the spotlight, every fashion choice is a statement, intentional or not. Her daring outfit wasn't just a wardrobe pick, it became a conversation starter, a symbol of confidence, and for some, a target for criticism. And what about Zuckerberg? The man is no stranger to controversy, but this incident painted him in a very different light. Normally, Zuckerberg's scandals revolve around privacy breaches or questionable business practices. This time, it was something far more relatable, a fleeting moment of distraction. It humanized him in a way that no PR campaign ever could. But at what cost? The internet's judgment is swift and often unforgiving. Priscilla Chan's role in this saga can't be overlooked either. As someone who's built a reputation for being grounded and low-key, this incident was likely a test of her patience and composure. While some might argue that she's used to the pressures of being married to one of the world's most scrutinized men, moments like these are a reminder that even the strongest partnerships have their challenges. And then there's Bezos again. As one of the richest men in the world, he's no stranger to the spotlight either. But this incident put him in a unique position. How do you respond when your fiancé becomes the center of a media frenzy? For him, the stakes are higher than just personal embarrassment. His image, his brand, and even his legacy are tied to how he handles situations like these. The internet's reaction to this incident also highlights a broader societal issue. Why are we so quick to judge? Why do we feel the need to pick apart every detail of someone else's life? Is it a reflection of our own insecurities, or are we simply addicted to the drama? Whatever the reason, one thing is clear. Incidents like these aren't going away anytime soon. And let's not forget the role of social media in all this. Platforms like Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok have turned moments like these into global spectacles. Within minutes, the footage of Zuckerberg's glance and Sanchez's outfit was trending worldwide. Memes were created, opinions were shared, and the internet had a field day. It's a testament to the power of social media to amplify even the smallest moments into cultural phenomena. What does this say about the standards we hold for public figures? For someone like Lauren Sanchez, was her outfit a bold statement or an unnecessary provocation? And what about Zuckerberg's moment of distraction? Was it simply a human lapse, or should public figures be more mindful of their behavior under the lens of constant surveillance? Moments like these open the floor for debate about the blurred lines between individuality and responsibility when you're living life on the world stage. Then there's the fascinating intersection of power, appearance, and perception. Fashion has always been a tool for communication, especially in circles where wealth and influence dominate. Sanchez's choice might have been a nod to her confidence or an expression of independence, but it inadvertently became a flashpoint for criticism. Whether people were lauding her or labeling her, she commanded attention. That's a type of power that can't be overlooked, for better or worse. As the internet's scrutiny grows sharper, it's worth considering how this affects those in the spotlight. For some, the weight of public opinion is a motivator to craft a near-perfect image. For others, it's a source of anxiety and pressure that never quite goes away. What's undeniable is that society's obsession with these moments reflects a deeper fascination with the people who seem untouchable but occasionally reveal their flaws. The spotlight now shifts to a brewing clash between tech giants, the Bezos-Zuckerberg saga. Zooming out further, it's worth discussing how events like these act as mirrors for broader societal values. Consider the fixation on Sanchez's clothing, a symbol of autonomy for some, but a perceived distraction for others. It's a reminder of the ongoing double standards women face, particularly in spaces dominated by power and tradition. Her outfit, whether intentionally provocative or not, became a magnet for commentary that often veered into the realm of unfair judgment. Meanwhile, the spotlight on Zuckerberg's human moment invites reflection on the weight of expectations placed on those in the public eye. The scrutiny he faced, deserved or not, highlights the thin line public figures must walk. They're expected to be relatable but flawless, accessible but above reproach. For someone like Zuckerberg, who's often criticized for being too detached, this incident added an unexpected layer of complexity to his persona. Priscilla Chan, too, became an unwilling participant in this drama. Her understated presence and conservative outfit contrasted sharply with Sanchez's boldness, sparking comparisons that were as unnecessary as they were cruel. It's a reflection of how the internet often simplifies nuanced situations into binary oppositions: bold versus modest, confident versus reserved, winner versus loser. But real life isn't a meme, and people aren't caricatures. As for Bezos, this incident may serve as a reminder that even billionaires aren't immune to the messy realities of human relationships. His fiancée's choice of attire and the attention it garnered likely sparked private conversations that won't make headlines. But it also underscores the unique challenges of living life in the spotlight, where personal moments become public fodder and every decision carries the weight of public perception. Ultimately, the saga of Zuckerberg, Sanchez, and the internet's collective reaction speaks to a deeper truth about our culture. We're endlessly fascinated by the intersection of power, wealth, and vulnerability. These moments of imperfection, however fleeting, remind us that even the most untouchable figures are, at their core, human beings navigating the complexities of life under an unforgiving microscope. In the end, perhaps, that's why we can't look away. The supposed feud between Bezos and Zuckerberg has often been whispered about in the shadows of Silicon Valley. These two tech giants aren't just playing Monopoly with billion-dollar companies. Their rivalry is a juicy blend of business influence and a sprinkle of ego-driven theatrics. And recently, things took a bizarre, headline-grabbing turn. Bezos, the mastermind behind Amazon, has always been obsessed with playing the long game. He turned a humble online bookstore into a sprawling empire that practically runs the modern world. Need groceries? Amazon. Streaming movies? Amazon. Cloud computing? You guessed it, Amazon. By the mid-2010s, he He wasn't just a billionaire, he was a cultural force. Then he decided dominating Earth wasn't enough. Enter Blue Origin, his private space company aiming to shoot humanity into the cosmos. While critics question why anyone needed luxury space tourism when poverty exists, he shrugged it off. After all, he's got a legacy to build. Zuckerberg, on the other hand, has always played the disruptor. Facebook started in a Harvard dorm room and exploded into a digital juggernaut. Over time, he gobbled up Instagram, WhatsApp, and Oculus, aiming to weave our lives into one all-encompassing virtual ecosystem. Of course, with great power comes great scrutiny. Scandals like Cambridge Analytica painted Zuckerberg as the guy who cares more about data mining your personal life than safeguarding democracy. Still, he plowed forward, rebranding Facebook to Meta and hyping up the metaverse as the future of everything. Whether people buy into his vision or not, Zuckerberg's ambition is undeniable. But here's where things get spicy. Bezos has meticulously crafted an image of sophistication and control. You know, the tailored suits, the super yachts, the power couple moments with Lauren Sanchez on red carpets. Zuckerberg, let's just say his public persona is a work in progress, whether he's awkwardly grilling meat in his backyard or awkwardly testifying before Congress. His robot trying to be human vibes don't exactly scream relatable. The man, reportedly fuming, found himself in a situation that no amount of PR spin could fix. The man who spent decades cultivating a larger-than-life persona, the explorer, the visionary, the genius, was suddenly the subject of internet gossip. Meanwhile, Zuckerberg, the perpetually awkward tech bro, was trending for being, well, awkward. It was a clash of egos played out on a very public stage, a reminder that even billionaires aren't immune to human drama. The incident sparked debates far beyond Silicon Valley. Critics couldn't resist pointing out the irony. Zuckerberg, who practically owns the digital platforms where the memes spread, was being roasted on his own turf. The Amazon titan, who spent years trying to project an image of untouchable sophistication, was dragged into a tabloid-esque spectacle. It was a rare moment of vulnerability for two men who are usually seen as untouchable. But let's not forget the broader implications. These two aren't just rivals in the personal drama department. They're reshaping the world in radically different ways. Bezos wants to take humanity to the stars, while Zuckerberg wants to trap us in a digital utopia. Or dystopia, depending on who you ask. Their competition isn't just about who has the flashiest yacht or the coolest space capsule, it's a battle over the future, of technology, of society, and of their legacies. And yet moments like this remind us that beneath the billions in the boardrooms, these are just people. People with egos, insecurities, and very public missteps. Bezos and Zuckerberg may be visionaries in their respective fields, but sometimes they're just two guys trying and occasionally failing to navigate life in the spotlight. Whether they're plotting to conquer the universe or accidentally becoming the star of a viral meme, their stories are a fascinating blend of ambition, rivalry, and absurdity. As the memes die down and the headlines move on, one thing remains clear. The rivalry between these two isn't just a tech industry sideshow. It's a reflection of the human drama that underpins even the most larger-than-life figures. And as they continue to push boundaries, whether on Earth, in space, or in the metaverse, we'll be watching, laughing, and maybe even learning from their very public triumphs and failures. To truly grasp the depth of their rivalry, it helps to dig into the stories that made them who they are today. Bezos' rise to power is the stuff of legend, quitting a cushy Wall Street job to sell books online. He's often portrayed as the guy who saw the potential of the internet before anyone else did. His relentless focus on customer obsession, long-term thinking, and innovation turned Amazon into the behemoth it is today. But behind the success, there's always been a hunger for more. He didn't just want to dominate retail, he wanted to redefine how the world worked. His venture into cloud computing with Amazon Web Services, AWS, proved just that. While most people thought of Amazon as an online store, Bezos was quietly building the infrastructure that powers much of the internet. AWS became a cash cow, funding other ambitious projects like Amazon Prime Video and Alexa. His ability to think several steps ahead of his competitors has always set him apart. But it's also drawn criticism. Labor practices at Amazon have been a constant source of controversy, with workers complaining about grueling conditions and low pay. Bezos' wealth, which skyrocketed during the pandemic, only amplified these criticisms. Two billionaires, one future, things heat up next. The billionaire battle for the future. Meanwhile, Zuckerberg's story is equally compelling but takes a different tone. Where Bezos is methodical, Zuckerberg is impulsive. Facebook's early days were marked by a mix of genius and controversy. The platform quickly grew from a college networking site to a global phenomenon, but not without its share of scandals. Lawsuits from former classmates, accusations of stealing ideas, and questions about user privacy plagued Zuckerberg from the start. Yet he managed to navigate these challenges and turned Facebook into a cornerstone of modern communication. Zuckerberg's vision for Facebook was always bigger than social networking. He saw it as a platform for connection, commerce, and community. Over time, he acquired Instagram and WhatsApp, ensuring Meta's dominance in the social media landscape. But with great power come great responsibility, and Zuckerberg often struggled to rise to the occasion. The Cambridge Analytica scandal was a wake-up call for many, exposing how user data could be weaponized. It also cemented Zuckerberg's reputation as a leader willing to prioritize growth over ethics. The introduction of the metaverse was Zuckerberg's attempt to pivot away from the scandals and reframe Meta as a forward-thinking company. Virtual reality and augmented reality became the buzzwords of the day, with Zuckerberg promising a future where physical and digital worlds seamlessly blend. But the metaverse has been met with skepticism. Critics question whether people really want to spend their lives in a virtual environment, and Meta's own financial struggles suggest the gamble might not pay off. In contrast, Bezos' focus on space exploration feels almost romantic. Blue Origin's mission to make space travel accessible is a bold vision, even if it's been overshadowed by Elon Musk's SpaceX. His trip to space in 2021 was a milestone for the company, but it also drew backlash. Many question the optics of billionaires joyriding in rockets while inequality on Earth continues to grow. He, however, remains undeterred. He's often spoken about the need to preserve Earth by expanding humanity's reach into space. Whether people view him as a visionary or a self-indulgent billionaire, his ambitions are impossible to ignore. What makes their rivalry so fascinating is how different their approaches are. Bezos is focused on the tangible: rockets, warehouses, newspapers. Zuckerberg is all about the intangible: data, connections, virtual spaces. Both are reshaping the world in their own ways, and both are facing immense challenges. For one, it's about balancing his public image with the realities of running a global empire. For the other, it's about convincing people to embrace a future they're not sure they want. Their personal lives add another layer of intrigue. Bezos' relationship with Lauren Sanchez has been a constant source of media attention. The two are often photographed together at high-profile events, presenting themselves as a power couple. For Zuckerberg, his attempts to humanize himself often feel awkward. Whether it's sharing videos of his backyard barbecues or posting about his fitness routines, there's a sense that he's trying a little too hard to be relatable. And then there's the moment that brought their rivalry into the spotlight, the infamous glance. In an age where every move is captured and scrutinized, a fleeting moment can become a cultural phenomenon. For one, it was a reminder of the challenges of maintaining a polished image. For the other, it was an unexpected moment of humanity that briefly overshadowed his usual robotic demeanor. As the Bezos-Zuckerberg saga continues, one thing is certain: their rivalry is more than just a clash of egos. It's a reflection of the complexities of modern leadership, the power of technology, and the ever-present tension between ambition and accountability. Whether they're reaching for the stars or building virtual worlds, their stories offer a glimpse into the future of humanity, flaws and all. Beyond the headlines and viral moments, their rivalry also forces a larger question: what kind of future do we want to embrace? Bezos represents an ambition to escape Earth's confines, aiming to build human civilization among the stars. His dreams challenge us to look outward, envisioning a world where space travel is as commonplace as air travel. Zuckerberg, on the other hand, draws our gaze inward, envisioning an existence where the lines between reality and the virtual world blur into one. The metaverse he imagines promises endless possibilities, but raises concerns about escapism and the loss of authentic human connection. Both men's visions, while starkly different, reveal the immense influence of tech leaders on shaping human aspirations. They're not just building products or companies, they're crafting narratives about what's possible for humanity. Yet their enormous power underscores the importance of accountability. Who gets to decide what the future looks like, and who benefits from these innovations? These are questions society must grapple with as billionaires like Bezos and Zuckerberg continue to push the boundaries of what's possible, for better or worse. Is our fixation on billionaire drama a sign of societal curiosity or distraction from bigger issues? Leave your opinion in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more.